Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. And this lesson is going to be, I want to address this dream that I had, man. I found it to be a spiritual, man. And I didn't really have too much understanding on it. Just to clarify what I thought it might have meant, I called a brother and he gave me more understanding on it. So the dream was like this. All right, I moved into this house. This house like at a corner or whatever. And at first, mind you, when I first moved into this house, I thought the neighborhood was nice and stuff like that. So I'm moving into this house, and already I'm kind of getting like an eerie feeling. A sort of an eerie feeling, but I couldn't put my finger on it. I couldn't pinpoint it. So lo and behold, throughout one day I meet the owner of the house, the owners of the house. Because I lived on the second floor, the owners lived on the first floor. They were Simeonites. So, I'm still kind of getting an eerie feeling with them and with the house. But I'm not thinking nothing of it. And then out of nowhere, like in the scriptures, how the scriptures speak about a similitude, like how Daniel and different men of the Lord had similitudes in their dreams. That's how mine was. Like, you hear, and then out of nowhere, that's how it was in my dream. Like, and I was living there, and then out of nowhere, it flipped to where I was a guest in this house. It flipped to where I was a guest in this house. And, speaking with the brother, he was saying that, that's how the Lord deals with us, man. As to where, we in the world, and then one day the Most High wakes us up into the truth. All right? And, I just want to make that point before I continue. So like it's not too structured. I just want to get it out, while it's in my head. So out of nowhere, it's flipped to where I'm a guest in this house. And it's like I think I'm at my mom's house or whatever. It's a little house party. And mind you, still on the second floor. But everybody's like having fun. But in my spirit, it was like an eerie feeling. And then I think it was like time to go or something like that in a party. So I went to the back to go get my coat. And it got dark. And all I see is dead dogs everywhere. And I seen one guy getting his coat. And it was almost like he was in a freeze frame type of position. Like he couldn't move. He was stuck. I don't know if he seen the dead dogs too, if he was scared. That's what I was thinking in my head. But, so I'm seeing dead dogs everywhere, man. And I know through the spirit that it's these Simeonites that own the house. Because, Simeon be into that witchcraft, that idolatry, man. They be into the brujeria. So I see it's like I'm seeing it all over the place right now. Like the house is dark. It's like light shed throughout the house on the floor. I'm seeing dead dogs and shit. And I get mad. I'm like, yo. So I go up. Now I'm like really heated. So I'm asking my mom, like, yo, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I asked the lady that owns the house, the Simeonite. I even asked her husband. Nobody has anything to say, man. Nobody has anything to say. So I'm like pissed. I'm heated. I'm heated to the point where I'm like shedding tears, man. Because I'm feeling it through the spirit. Like this dream, how you have a dream, that shit feels so real. So I'm feeling it through the spirit. I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, we gotta get out of here, man. We gotta get out of here. And I'm talking to my mom as if I'm thinking that she understands what's going on. But as I talk to I wake up, lo and behold, I wake up, I talk to the brother. Oh yeah, and at the point I'm saying, like, I'm so mad, I'm like, I lean my head into the wall, I pray to the Lord. Then that's when I was like, yeah, Bashim and Shah, get us out of here, man. I think I said that, and I was like, I woke up. And lo and behold, like the spirit was on me. I had to call a brother, man, to get better understanding, talk to somebody so I could remember it. And what he was saying made a lot of sense, man. I thought, us being in this truth, we see this world, like, you know how they say addressing the elephant in the room? We see this world for what it is, man, and we don't like it. You know? That's why the scriptures say, what set a mark upon them that sigh and that cry for the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. We see what's done in this world and we do not like it, man. You know? And that's what the Lord wants. The meek, you know? So this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 16. 13 verse 13 actually. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. You know? So here it is, like that guy in dressing room or whatever, or the the coat room. He's seen what I seen, man. But he was stuck. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't receive it. That's what I through talking to the brother, that's what I understood out of it. Alright? Hey, that's just like with these scoffers and these scorners, man. We tell you the so-called white man is the devil. Alright? We tell you of your life as it pertains to the scriptures. Why you in the bottom? Why you the last fired? Last hired, first fired. You know what I'm saying? Why you're the greatest, but yet and still you're looked at as spittle, as scum. You know? Why the so-called white man continue to show you he don't like you, how he's a devil. We show you all this according to the scriptures. You see it. You see Jake getting shot down in the street. Alright? I was looking at some yesterday on RT News how the Jake family, that the cops killed the husband of the family, and they only gave that family $4. You know? So it says in hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. You know, and like Mike Brown, all these different cops that killed Jake, they go on vacation and get bread, and Jake know that they get acquitted for their crimes. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. So here I am in a dream. Like I said, Lord willing, I'll be, Lord willing, I continue in this truth, man. But this is how we see it, man. The Most High has woken us up, and they see what we see, but it's not. The light hasn't gone off in their head because the Most High has blinded them. For this people's heart is wax gross, and this is a beautiful chapter. Because Yahweh Shai is speaking. It's almost like he's speaking Ebonics to these people, man. He's speaking truth. And it's plain, but the scripture says it's plain to them that have understanding. But the Most High didn't bless them with understanding. Alright? So I believe they asked. It says, okay, verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? And he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away, even that he have. So that's the understanding of this chapter in a nutshell. He goes into the understanding of the parables of the tares and the wheats. But for the dream's sake, so I'm gonna keep reading on 15. For this people's heart is wax gross, and their eyes are dull of hearing, and in their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I shall heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Because now what? We realize the problem, and we realize that it needs to be addressed. That house, I feel like it could be representative of America, man. How in the scriptures it talks about how the beast has influence of the whole earth. You know what I'm saying? How America, on modern day Rome, has influence across this world, man. So here it is. At one point, I was living in the house, and then now I feel like a guest, man. For really I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Because what? They heard it, but they didn't get understanding, man. You know, that's why I said, what? Blessed are ye for ye have ears that ye should hear and eyes that ye should see. Everybody's born with ears and eyes. But it's talking about the understanding, man. And the vision. You know? This is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahweh is risen upon thee. The understanding, man. Alright, just to prove that, Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 23. It says, actually I'm going to start at 22. Actually, I'm going to start at 20. That's the spirit. Shit, Slacky. Nine and 17. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider ye, and call for the mourning woman, that they may come, and send for cunning woman, that they may come. And let them make haste and take up a wailing for us, that our eyes may run down with tears, and our eyelids gush with waters. For a voice of wailing is heard out of Zion. How are we spoiled? We are greatly confounded, because we have forsaken the land, because our dwelling has cast us out. Yet hear the word of Yahweh, O ye women, and let your ear receive the word of his mouth, and teach your daughters wailing, and everyone her neighbor lamentation. Because our people have what? Wandered out the way of understanding, man. Therefore, they are in the congregation of the dead, man. And then, a dead man can't speak. All right, a dead man can't see. For death is come up into our widows and is entered into our palaces, and that's our current estate. Our people are, man, like they say in the world, they are dead from the neck up. For death is come up into our windows and is entered into our palaces. All right, and somebody in the coma, they can't do shit. They just laying there, man. They just waiting for you to pull the plug, man, because they in misery. For death is come up into our windows and is entered into our palaces, to cut off the children from without and the young men from the streets. And that's our current state. Speak, thus saith the Lord, even the carcasses of men shall fall as dung upon the open field. All right, so death is coming into this place, man. All right, death is coming into this place, man, and you see it spiritually. And as the handful after the harvestment, and none shall gather them. Because a lot of people's gonna die, man. None's gonna lament, none's gonna bury them. Thus saith Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahweh, which executeth loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith Yahweh. So that's our glory, man. That's a light that has come upon us, that we understand and know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Isaiah chapter 60. Hold on real quick, I'm going to go back to that. Okay. Yeah, man, that's our light, man, that we understand and know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Isaiah 60 and 1. Arise, arise. No, it's like it. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. That's our, first and foremost, starting with the understanding. All right, given to our apostles and elders of great millstone to us. All right, it says, and the Gentiles shall come to the light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. But that was the point, man. It says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. So here it is. Death is all around you, spiritually at this point. Hey, somewhat, and also physically, man. But you don't see it. But Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. All right? And that's the alarm, man. The things that's happening in this world, we able to couple them with the scriptures, man. The fact that the prophets are out there, that's the alarm, man. All right, and we seen it and we feared and we ran at it, you know. And I'm gonna just grab that at that point. It says Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. All right, because you know, as we see this place falling, as we see death coming upon this place, now it's like, what are you gonna do about it, man? Are you gonna sigh and you're gonna cry? Are you gonna pray to the Heavenly Father? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna plead for justice? Or are you just gonna accept it, man? Because if you accept it, that means you're willing to accept this. You accepting society for what it is. All right, you're gonna accept the chip. All right, and then you really ultimately accepting death, man, physically, because you're already spiritually dead. All the most I gotta do is take the physical, the body away, man. All right. I think that's pretty much it, man. I can't think of anything else. But yeah, man, I thought that dream was powerful, man. I had to hurry up and do a lesson on it before I forget. Hey brothers, when you have a dream, man, talk to a brother, get better understanding on it. And also, talking about it helps you remember it, so that you can edify others, man. Hey, so with that, I want to finish by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and others of great millstone. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.